Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to English online class. Today, we'll be talking about grammar, past simple on page 48 and 49 in Unit 6, Lives, Ups and Downs. I am Vannak, a teacher of English at Bright New Generation School. At the end of the lesson, you'll be able to practice using past simple into sentences. You also be able to make sentences with past simple of your own information. And the last one is distinguish the, it sound. Let's just look at homework. Last week I gave you a homework which is about to complete in the gap with did, was and were. So let's just look at number 1. The first one is done for you. Where were your parents born? Number 2. Where did you live when you were a child? Number 3. Did you live in a house or a flat? Number 4. When did you start school? Number 5. Who was your first teacher? Number 6. Who was your best friend? Number 7. When did you learn to read and write? Number 8. When did you get your first mobile phone? Alright, so let's just look at why some sentences we put did and some sentences we put was and some sentences we put were. Remember that when we use did, when it is a verb after that. For example, so let's just look at number 4. When did, we use did here because with start. Start here is a verb. So when it is a verb, we use did. And when it is a noun or adjective, we use was or were. For example, look at the subject. The subject teacher is a person, singular person. So we use was. And when the subject is you, so we use were. So remember when you use word, were and did, let's just look at the sentence and verb or noun. So when it is a noun, like your parent like this, you can use was or were, depend on the subject whether it is plural or singular. But when it is a verb, you just put did. Alright. Let's just review the previous lesson. Billionaire is a person who has a lot of money, at least $1 billion. So millionaire and billionaire is different. Billionaire at least $1 billion or $1,000 million. But millionaire is a person who has money about or at least 1 million. So it is different. TV star. A star in a TV show. So we have like Facebook star, TikTok star, and we also have TV star as well. Scholarship. An amount of money given to a school or college or university, other organization to pay for studies of a person with great ability but little money. Scholarship is the money or everything that is provided to students who have ability to study but has no money. Drama. Drama, a play, especially a serious one, written to be performed by actors, the writing of the play. Rename. to give something a new name. For example, you have a name and to rename, to change your name or put another name. Charity, the voluntary giving of help, typically in the forms of money to those in need. Let's just look at new lesson today, grammar, past simple. Actually, last time we studied some form, definition and everything about past simple. But today we'll be talking about how to use past simple into sentences, or to make sentences, or to practice in the sentences very detailed. Let's just look at irregular verbs. So when you study past simple, don't forget the irregular verb. It is very important. Verb is important because why? So if you do not state the verb, the listener won't know what tense is it. So when you talk about past simple, you talk about the verb that you want to mention in the past. Let's just look at some irregular verbs in the book. Be to was or were. So be here is verb to be. In present simple, we say am is are. But for past simple, was and were. Begin, began. Can, could. Catch, caught. Come, came. Get, got. Give, gave. Go, went. Have, had. Leave, left. Lose, lost. Make, made. Meet, met. Send, sent. Take, took. Win, won. Write, wrote. Let's just look at the list of past simple and past participle. You will see base form, here is the original verb. And past simple, we can say verb 2, and past participle, verb 3. Let's just look at be, or verb to be, am is are, to was or were, to been. Let's just look at become, became, become. Begin, began, began. So all of the verbs in this list are irregular verbs. You need to know all these verbs in order to speak it correctly. Let's just look at pronunciation. Listen to 3 different pronunciations of ed, t, d, it. Let's listen all together.
Tape script 6.6. Pronunciation. T. Worked. D. Lived. Id. Started.
So, after listening to the audio, what you really understand is t, the sound is coming from your mouth. The sound is coming from your throat, the vibration. And it is very simple. Let's just look at t. Worked. Let's just look at the. Lived. Let's just look at it. Started. It here is very simple and very easy. Listen and write past simple verbs in the chart, then practice saying them. Let's listen all together. T, the, it. Listen and fill in the table.
Tape script 6.7.
Cleaned, received, studied, wanted, moved, talked, watched, interviewed, opened, decided.
Alright, so you see, the, and it. So when you pronounce cleaned, see, the, and the sound is coming from your sore throat. It is the vibration there, like cleaned, received, moved, interviewed, opened. See, the. Let's look at t. The sound is coming from your only mouth with your tongue, like t. Talked, white. See, and it is very simple and easy. Studied, wanted, decided. Very easy. I have another one which will helpful for you. So you have to remember all of this letter if you cannot distinguish how to pronounce t for voiceless, the for voice, and it for the word that finish with letter D and T. Let's just look at letter C. So letter C with voiceless. C, CH, GH, K, P, SH, SS, TH, and H with voiceless. Voiceless means t. Let's just repeat after me. Dent, white, laughed, looked, hyped, washed, kid, breathed, fate. Let's just look at voice that with t, that with the. B, rubbed, hugged, called, cleaned, offered, used, loved, followed, enjoyed, amazed. You see, BGL, NOSVWHY, all of these are voice in the sound. But for its sound, it's very easy. The word that finish with D and T. Let's just look at needed, wanted. So very simple and easy. Let's just look at these pictures. What do you think how old he is? And what is his job? I think he is maybe 40, 45, something like this. And how about his job? He is maybe a businessman or software programmer or something like this. So in order to know about his information, let's just go to his text. Please fill in the gap with past simple form. years and life. So he was born on 28 September 1980. He went to school in a small Devon village. Go here to when, because when is the past simple verb of go. He was dyslexic. Dyslexic is someone who cannot read and write. He couldn't read and write. When he was 9, his father gave him a computer. He took his computer everywhere with him. At 11, he wrote. He wrote his first computer program. When he was 15, he began his own computer company. He left school at 16. At 17, he made his first £1 million. At 19, he had £18.5 million. At 20, he won Young Entrepreneur of the Year. When he was 21, he lost everything. But then at 22, he started a new company called Rainmakers, and he became a millionaire all over again. Complete the sentences with verbs in the past simple. My granddad was born in 1932. He died in 2009. My parents met in London in 1983. They got married in 1985. I arrived late for the lesson. It began at 2 o'clock. I caught the bus to school today. It took just 40 minutes. I had a very busy morning. I sent 30 emails before 10 o'clock. Our football team won the match 3-0. Your team lost again. My brother earned a lot of money in his last job, but he left because he didn't like it. Number 8, I studied Chinese for 4 years, but when I went to Shanghai, I couldn't understand a word. Make true sentences about you using positive or negative or past simple. I didn't watch TV yesterday. I make negative sentence because I didn't watch the TV. I got up early this morning. I had coffee and toast for breakfast. I didn't come to school by car yesterday. I played computer games on Friday evening. I sent a text just before this lesson. I met some friends last night. I didn't go shopping yesterday. And here is your homework. Ask and answer with when did you and the time expression. Ask another question to get more information. You can start with when did you have a holiday? When did you watch a TV? And you can answer like, I watched a DVD yesterday morning, or last night, last week, something like this. Okay, so this is your homework. Please don't forget to do it. This lesson is coming to the end, and I really believe that all of you will benefit a lot from watching this video. And please don't forget to do the quiz, copy the lesson, as well as join the Zoom. Thank you.